Just a quick question here. Obviously, you're facing Chris Wade, a guy who went to the finals last year. Does it give you any extra motivation knowing you're going against a really gamed opponent for the first fight of the year?
Not really. I mean, I'm excited to fight this year. This year's a lot different from last year as far as the scenario we're in and the no quarantine and all that stuff that we went through last year. I think it's a lot of people are more motivated just in general to get back in the cage and have kind of a more normal life leading into the fight, with fight week only being a regular fight week and stuff like that. Chris has always been a tough opponent. Even when he was at 55, he was one of the more exciting guys in that division. And even though he never won it at 55, he was really close a couple times. And I think he even had like a split decision loss in the semifinals one year. So, I mean, he very well could have been a champ at 55 before he dropped down to 45. So he's always been one of those guys that's on the radar as a game opponent. So having this fight as the first fight of the season is I mean, this is a finals fight. Even though it's only 3 rounds, I feel like this is a fight that could be treated as a finals fight anyway. So, we're just getting paid a lot less than what we would for the finals.
No, absolutely. And then just to kind of piggyback off that last statement you made about the pandemic. Obviously, you're a 2-time champ. Coming off the quarantine, the pandemic, now you're back into a regular flow. Can you just talk about the differences between last year and this year going into the season?
Everything, basically. I mean, I could go into every detail, but it was just so different. I mean, like outside of a lot of personal things, like family things and stuff like that went on. I mean, being in a quarantine, like all my coaches are like real life people. They have their own families, they have their own gyms or businesses that they run. They're not people who could sit for 17 days in a hotel room with me just for my fight. So I was, during the 17-day quarantine, I was by myself and just did my own thing. And luckily, one of my old teammates who was in the season last year, Tyler Diamond, he was by himself also, and we just made the best of it. We drilled with each other. We trained with each other every day. But it's not the same as having your coaches there. And some of the guys did. I mean, I know Bubba had his head coach there and one of his training partners there for 17 days. And that makes a huge difference because you still get those hard goes, and you still get your mitt work with your coach. You still get the people overseeing you and just the camaraderie. Like, this fight week has been so different with having Coach Casey and Eddie Baracco here with me, and just having your coaches with you, being able to go, grab coffee in the morning. And we went to the stockyards on Sunday and just enjoyed time walking around the city. Like, that's what the whole point of, making these trips and making memories is, being able to take little memories from the city leading into the fight and stuff like that. That's stuff I've always enjoyed doing. So last year it was a lot different. It really, mentally, it made me not want to be there when I was fighting, and I think a lot of people saw that. So this is a completely opposite of what last year was, honestly.
And then just one last one for me. With that being said, are you confident that you will be taking home this year's gold?
100%. I mean, you can't guarantee that you're going to win, but I can guarantee that I'm fully prepared mentally and physically. So I'm excited, but it's only one fight at a time. Just like the first 2 seasons I won, I focused on the very first fight. Like, I don't even know who I would fight second. So I'm focused on Chris Wade and getting that win, and then we'll move on from there.
No, definitely 1 step at a time. I really appreciate the time. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
Dylan,